so what's up? Welcome back to my YouTube channel, or if you're new here, welcome. This is going to be a very short video about a topic that I had to cover because I've seen it grow more and more popular over the years, and that is how to get abs. So I think some of the most popular YouTube videos these days are ab related videos, right? Ab workout videos and all these challenges that you see out there, like 1 month to abs, 2 weeks to abs. The number of these programs is just on the rise, and I think the most depressing thing about these plans is when people actually try them out and they don't see results. They get disheartened and feel like, you know what, fitness is not for me, I'm never going to be able to achieve a certain kind of physique. So I am here to sort of clear that self-doubt for all of you and make you understand how to really get abs. So without further ado, let's get into this video. Right, so I want to start this video by talking about what exactly people are referring to when they say, I want to get toned. And so when somebody says that, you know, I don't want to look bulky, I just want to sort of get some, you know, I want to tone my body. Okay, so this literally means you want to drop some amount of body fat so that there's a little bit of muscle that peeks through. That's pretty much what toning is. Now, how exactly do you drop fat and build muscle? Okay, so if you are doing both things at once, that's known as body recomposition, which we usually see possible in people who have just started working out, people who have a very high percentage of body fat already, or in trained athletes. So these are like the three most common groups in which we see body recomp happening. But for most other people, to simplify it, I think it'll be much easier for you to focus on fat loss and building muscle as two separate goals. So what I mean is, if you're trying to drop fat or drop weight, you're going to have to eat in a deficit. If you've been on this channel for a while, you already know what I'm talking about. For anyone who's new, I highly suggest go ahead, watch my energy balance video. I'm going to link it up here so you can go check that out and really understand the fundamentals of weight gain and weight loss. Alright, so you're going to have to be eating in a deficit over a period of time. Slowly and steadily you will drop fat. So basically it's like your skin, layer of fat and muscle, right? As this layer of fat goes on depleting, slowly but surely you will see your muscle definition come out. This is not only for your midsection but for any other part of your body. If you see fat dropping, you will see some striations come out around your shoulders, you'll see some quad definition. That's literally what toning really is. So now when someone's talking about their midsection and getting those defined abs, you can actually have visible abs without even training your abs much. Now don't get me wrong, you should be training your abs. All I'm trying to say is, if you're training well, you're eating well, you're in a deficit, you will drop fat and eventually your abs will peep through. So in fact, you will see a lot of competitors who have rock solid abs who rarely ever train their abs, like once a week, sometimes once in every 2 weeks. So no, 1,000 crunches every day, 100 crunches every day even, are not necessarily going to give you that ab definition. When you train your abs, you're trying to develop the muscle underneath the fat, correct? So if you are working on your abs every single week, you're consistently sort of overloading, making it more challenging, sticking to a certain workout plan with a specific goal of training these ab muscles and growing them, eating in a surplus. If you're trying to gain, if you're trying to grow any muscle, you are going to have to eat more. So don't be afraid of eating a lot. You will gain a certain amount of body fat too. That's just how it goes. There's no way you're just going to gain muscle and no fat at all. So the more you work your muscles and you sort of work on growing them underneath that layer of fat while eating in a surplus, when eventually you get to that point where you're like, okay, from now I'm going to cut. Okay, so what is a cut? It's just consistently being in a deficit and dropping your body fat until you achieve a certain desired physique, correct, for most competitors. So when you have spent time on building that muscle over months, when you cut, when that body fat finally goes down, that's when, you know, some people you'll see like really beautiful defined abs, like those proper blocks that you see, which are super full, they're not flat. You see that because there's a lot of effort that goes on behind the scenes. But if you're not someone who is looking out to compete, you're not someone who wants that level of definition, if you just want, you know, a little bit of, you know, obliques to show, then, well, all you're going to have to focus on is consistently being in a deficit. As you drop body fat, the fat around your abdomen will also drop. And I know for a lot of men and women, this is a problem area, and there's a lot of stubborn fat there, and people are always looking for quick fixes, and they're like, how do I get rid of this last bit of fat, right? There is no shortcut. You've just got to keep going, keep putting in that effort, and it will happen. Maybe it won't happen in the time frame that you want it to or expect it to, but if you just stick to it, if you stay disciplined, you can achieve it. Understand that competitor level conditioning is very, very difficult, and it's often done under the guidance of a coach. Their cut program itself is broken down into 12 weeks or more. So for 3 months, they're sort of, slowly dialing down their calories and slowly getting to that body fat level that they desire. But for the rest of the year, they actually spend it working on their alternative fitness goals, such as your strength, your endurance, your power, all these other things, right? Never ever train just for the aesthetics. That's probably the worst reason you could ever train, and that's not likely to leave you satisfied ever. No matter what level of conditioning you get to, it's just human nature to want more. I would recommend you rather focus on how you feel after you work out, strength goals rather than aesthetic goals. Like for example, if you're training legs, right, maybe your goal is to be able to do one pistol squat, rather than, oh, I want to see, my quadricep muscles, I want to see this hamstring definition. I also hear people saying, I've been working out consistently and I've been eating clean for a long time, but I still don't have rock solid abs. And suddenly there are all these doctors who are coming up with certain technology that apparently mimics crunches, and then it's going to give you abs in 30 minutes if you sit for 4 sessions. I don't even know what's going on in that world, but you do not need all these treatments. You do not need to invest all that money into something like this, which is only a temporary fix. Trust me, there is nothing that consistent discipline, consistent exercise and good nutrition can get you to. There is literally no limit. It does get harder and harder and harder, but that's when you've got to push through it, right? It's at that moment where you feel like giving up, you've got to find it within yourself to keep going. That's when you will achieve great things. And of course, it isn't easy. People, I'm sure you're thinking, that's easier said than done. But yeah, that's true, because if it was that simple, then everyone would do it. The last thing I want to cover is a no fad diet. No random workout is going to help you really get those abs. It's really, it can never boil down to one thing. There are several factors that go into this, but the moral of the story is, in order to see defined abs, you need to drop body fat percentage. In order to do that, what matters? Your energy balance. You need to be in a deficit over a period of time for your body fat to drop, and that is when you will see visible abs. Please don't kill yourself by doing thousands of crunches every day. If you are someone who's already at a higher body fat percentage, please focus on your overall energy balance. Track your meals, work out consistently, keep going, believe in yourself. You've got this. You can achieve anything without having to put your money into expensive treatments out there, into expensive supplements out there. Honestly, all you need is consistency, discipline, a good workout program, a good nutrition plan, and that's it. You've just got to do that day after day after day, and trust me, one day you will get there. Alright guys, so that is going to be it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. This was just a super short video in which I wanted to put out a few things, but hopefully you took something back out of it. If it helped you, please let me know in the comments below, and also be sure to like this video, share it with your friends and family, subscribe, and also hit the bell button. Alright, so that is it for today guys. I will see you in the next one. Bye!